And to start off the night, we've got Tatsuro Taira versus Carlos Candelario. I feel like Tatsuro Taira is actually a very good young prospect. He's only 22 years old and 3 months by the time that this fight comes around, which is absolutely insane. And he is the Shuto champion from Shuto in Japan. And he's got a very good amateur experience as well. He's 10-0 as a professional, and he's got amateur experience as well. At only 22 years old, that's pretty insane. And he's also fought at strawweight before as well. This guy went 9-0 as an amateur, he's 10-0 as a pro, so he's very good, and he has fought some very experienced opponents and actually some pretty decent level of competition in his professional career. I mean, not so much in the amateur scene, but definitely very high level competition. 38-18, very experienced, 24-13. And even 6-1 and 3-0 when he was 1-0 as well, which is pretty insane in my opinion. Carlos Candelario, he's been plagued by a lot of knee injuries in the past couple of years. He did win over Ronaldo Candido. He did not get a contract, and then he came back about 4 years later in CES and fought Miguel Restrepo and did win a decision there, and then he lost a decision to Victor Altamirano, who is in the UFC at the moment. Both guys got signed from that one. I think it's the first time ever Dana White has signed someone coming off a loss in Dana White's Contender Series. But I feel like in that fight, Carlos Candelario, he won the first round pretty dominantly, but then he gassed out pretty bad. And there were a lot of sloppy grappling exchanges there, and I feel like a guy like Tatsuro Taira, who has a very good ground game, he's also got a very good kickboxing game as well, that Tatsuro Taira can possess over Carlos Candelario. I feel like that we're going to see Tatsuro Taira win some of the grappling exchanges. I feel like on the feet, we probably could see Carlos Candelario find some success. If the fight stays on the feet, I feel like there's actually a chance for the underdog to take the win. But I feel like Tatsuro Taira is going to be like smart enough. I think he's actually quite good, considering the fact that this guy has shown to be very patient. He's very patient on the ground as well, and I feel like once he gets the fight to the ground, he probably could work his way to a submission. He's on a little bit of a submission streak. He submitted Alfredo Moadi only 4 months ago. He submitted Ryuja Fukita by triangle, and another rear naked choke against Yoshiro, and then he did win a couple of decisions and also some ground and pound. I'm going with Tatsuro Taira in this one here. I do think that he's going to win the fight, but Carlos Candelario, potentially a live dog, but I just don't like the layoff that he took, and that was actually from an injury. I don't really like the fact that he's taken so long off because of a very bad knee injury. And even then, I think that he injured himself relatively recently, only a couple of years ago again. So I'm going to be going with Tatsuro Taira. I feel like the Tapology votes are very skewed in the Taira way, which I can respect considering Candelario's getting signed off a loss, but I feel like Taira is a good prospect. I feel like Candelario is a potential live underdog, but I'm going to be going with Tatsuro Taira by submission in this one here, but I would not be too surprised if the fight does go all 3 rounds.